Good morning, family, and welcome to what I'm calling the routine. This is Dr. B, and for the next 365 days, we're going to do this together. And we're not going to do it perfectly, but we are going to do it consistently. You know, we all talk about wanting a routine. We talk about discipline, consistency, faith, growth, but most of us don't actually have a routine that we can return to every single day. This isn't going to be me teaching you from the outside. This is me committing to becoming with you. So if you hang with me for 30 days, you'll build a powerful habit. If you hang with me for 90 days, it will change your life. But if you hang with me for all 365 days, your life will never be the same. And that, my friend, is a complete promise. As people who want to live their best lives, we need to be intentional. No, we have to be intentional. And for the next 365 days, if you join me, this is how we will start our day. We will wake up on purpose. We will protect our focus. We will not be distracted by opening our phones, devices, TV, computers, etc. until we are done here. We will hydrate immediately. We will create stillness through our breathing. We will work on our connection and our identity through a short devotional. We will focus on our gratitude. We will set our intention for the day. We will plan to make a connection with somebody this day. We will make and keep at least one promise to ourselves. And at some point today, we will move our body, not together, but you can do exercise, you can get it done. So now listen, if you're just finding us today, whether it's day 1 or day 200, you're right on time. These days don't build on each other, but each one stands on its own, and it's about consistency. And I understand because of the time zone, we're doing it at 6:30 Mountain Time, but whatever, you might have kids, you might have work and a real life. You may not always be able to join us live, and that's okay. If you need to, you can always watch the recording from the day before and do this routine earlier in your day if that's what it takes. It's live is obviously more powerful, but the recording still works. And that's what matters, is that you spend this time intentionally. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Welcome to the routine. Let's become together. And if you need more information, just go ahead and go to routine.live. Now let's go. All right. How's it going this morning? Yay. Hey team, we woke up this morning. We're ready to get going, ready to make this happen in a big, giant way. Oh my gosh, I am so glad to have woken up this morning. All right, so let's start with breathing. All right, so let's kind of settle our, for me, I don't know, running around a little bit. The technology wasn't working quite right this morning, but we got it to work. And so we are on the move. Here we go. Let's breathe in. Do 12 huge breaths. That first one. I found myself even when I woke up this morning. This is why I was laying in bed, taking some huge breaths before I even woke up. This is how we start our day. We wake up on purpose. You look at a screen today. I got to check my calendar before I went to sleep last night to make sure I told you to check so that I don't put it far away from me. Hydrate. If you haven't got your glass of water, go get your glasses of water. One big glass of water. big chocolate belly button. Filling your stomach. So sometimes it's cool just to hold your hand on your stomach and make sure you feel it go out like this instead of going in. I don't know why we're taught that. Feel it push it out. We'll work on our connection today. Do a short devotional, cycle devotional. Month into this, right? A month, less than a day, or we can be thankful for today. So glad that it was. Three more of these. Just set your attention. So we're going to do it together. One more. Flows through us every day in some way. It's a tool that we don't pay attention to. It's nice to make it way too much. Okay, one big last breath, about 20. Breathe in. Don't get to hold your belly for a while this time. I'm going to go ahead and take some water here. Even if you're not, drinking the whole thing at one time, so make sure you get it through. You can drink the rest of it while we switch over to our devotional. Then I'm going to go to here. All right, so we're in day 30. The title today is, staying is a spiritual discipline. Let us not grow weary in doing good. Galatians 6:9. Let us not grow weary in doing good. And I know, especially when I was in the nonprofit world, that seemed to be, oh my gosh, this is just taking its toll on me. And it's not saying that we're not ever going to get to the point where we're doing more than what we think we can handle, and then we have to ask to be able to handle it more. We're just talking about the day to day. God, give me the strength to stay faithful when it's hard, to do what we're doing every single morning, and we're getting up in the morning and we're doing, and it may seem hard if we've created a habit that says we stay in bed, or we created a habit that says that we need an alarm clock. That we created a habit that it's hard to go to. The pandemic said I didn't have to go to church anymore, so I got to get up and go, or I have to go where I'm helping people and serving people. And if we create these habits where we don't do it, and then we start doing it again, then it may seem hard. But the truth that Bonhoeffer reminds us is that endurance is essential for life together. The muscles that we build, and I think about that every day, is like, what muscle do I need to build in order to do my purpose? If I'm trying to live boldly in purpose, and I'm trying to become the person that God intended me to be, that means I'm probably not that person right now. I have to endure whatever it is that I need to go through to transform. When we talk about those diamonds that have to be crushed and pressed for thousands of years, a coal to turn into a diamond, that's that endurance. Or I think of a race that I got to continue to run. But when I start my walk, like I'm doing a 3 mile walk, I didn't start out doing a 3 mile walk. I started out doing like, let me walk from my driveway to my sidewalk. Let me drive to the park that's across, and walk to the park that's across the street. Let me walk around it 1 time, 2 times. Now I've built up the endurance where it's 3 miles, and I believe that's an hour and that's enough. But if I needed to go more, I could. You know, a volunteer considered leaving when the work felt repetitive. And unnoticed years later, realized that the consistency, not the excitement, was what shaped lives. We'll use that word so often as consistency. It's not about these little sprints or, at the beginning of the year when we say we're going to go back to the gym. It's the consistency of going every day that transforms your body. It's not that I'm going to go try to do everything at once and then hope that it sticks. As a sprinter, I was a track guy and I was a sprinter, so I did the short races, 400. Well, and 400 took a little bit of endurance, but 100, 200, 400, the short races. And I always envied the folks that could go long distances and could go, hey, let's go on a 5 mile jog. Are you kidding? Let's go on a 100-meter walk. But realized that when I was able to start working out and starting to go was the endurance that allowed me to do the sprints. There was a stretch in my life when staying at a different organization felt boring to me and thankless and invisible. Nothing dramatic was actually happening. There's no applause, no breakthrough. I was just feeling more bored than anything. But showing up again, I remembered wondering if it even mattered. Am I even doing any help? And I can remember this was at a school that I was working at, and I'm working with different kids, but the mundane thing of the job that I was doing every single day, I was like, is this mattered? Am I making an impact? But time has a way of rebuilding what emotions can't see. When I look back years later, I can trace real growth. I can trace the little things that I did to make myself better, mine and others, the things that I did when I was working through it. And back to those quick seasons of staying, the discipline wasn't exciting, but it was formative. It was exactly what I needed. It was exactly how I did. So when we think about doing even this devotional that we're going to do, this routine.live, and you can see this because, again, I forgot to put it on the screen so you can see it. So let me do that real quick. I don't know why every morning I forget to put this on, so I apologize. But when I think of the endurance of us doing 365 days of this, we started out, we're at day 30. So that's 335 days we have to go. What difference it's going to make in our life, right? And the difference it's going to make in your life as you continue to make this consistent every single day. It's not, it may be exciting at first while we're doing it, but somewhere day 180, we're going to go, oh man, not another one, but we're going to keep moving. Right? So staying, here is my connection day. Staying power shapes your character. Your invitation is, where are you tempted to quit too soon? And I'm not telling you there aren't times, some things where it's time to stop, but you can feel and you can know and you can ask God, is this a time to stop or is this time to endure? And then so the practice today is reconnect today quietly and intentionally to something God has asked you to stay in. It might just be, hey, this is stay with what we're doing every single day. I am committed to being here for the 365 days, no matter what. We're going to build the endurance. We're going to build the muscle. We're going to build what is going to help shape lives. So the prayer would be, Father, strengthen my resolve. Help me to stay faithful even when progress feels slow. We want everything so fast right now, right? So, Lord, strengthen my resolve. Help me to stay faithful, even when progress feels slow. All right, and may endurance, put that back here. May endurance, here's the blessing for today. May endurance produce fruit in you. May endurance produce fruit in you. All right, there you have it, day devotional for day 30. Let us not grow weary of doing good. Today, I'd love to just jump right into our gratitude journal, and then we will pop back with doing some more breathing. And so I'm going to remove the journal that I'm reading just so that you can concentrate on your thing. So as you listen to me, think of, write down, type in what you are thankful for today. Start with life and health. Thank you, God, that I woke up today. I'm grateful for life and for my body that has created me. Through this season with strength and resilience, thank you for my heart beating, my lungs breathing, my brain processing, my nervous system regulating, and my cells renewing. Thank you for helping me become more disciplined, being in endurance and the awareness of my health over these days. The endurance of not eating sugar or sugar drinks and all that I have to go through, so it's not even something that I crave, and I thank you for taking those cravings away. Thank you for guiding me to make choices that support clarity, energy, and longevity. I am grateful for progress. I can see the progress still taking place beneath the surface of my body. I can feel it. All right, thank you for family relationships. Thankful that my wife and my children, my parents, my in-laws, and the grounding that they bring to my life. Thank you for shared time, responsibility, and shared growth. Thank you for helping me strengthen my relationships. Thank you for guiding me to show up more present, more patient, and more intentional with the people that you've placed in my life. Thank you for presence. That was our word yesterday. And I just lived the day thinking about thank you for allowing me to be present. Thank you for me to be grateful in every relationship that supported challenges and shaped me during this season. Thank you for the provision in my life, for food that nourishes me, for the home that brings me peace, for the transportation that provides freedom, for food, for safety that allows me to rest. Thank you for meeting my needs consistently and faithful. Thank you for guiding me to recognize provision, not as something earned, but as a care and covering throughout my life. I thank you for my finances. I am grateful for financial provision and opportunity. Thank you for income, resources, and the ability to manage finances responsibly. Thank you for helping me grow in discipline, awareness, and stewardship with my money. Thank you for guiding me with my financial decisions so they align with the responsibility, generosity, and long-term vision for my family and my community. I thank you for the purpose and the impact that you're making in my life. I'm thankful that I get to live with boldly, with purpose today. Thank you that my life experiences difference and consistency over these past 30 days. Continue to prepare me to help others become who they've been created to be. Thank you for guiding me into deeper alignment with my calling, and I am grateful that my life is producing impact. I thank you for the conversation we got to have last night with AD and his thought processes and the way that he thought about how relationships are done. I thank you that you allowed us to have that conversation and to feed into his life and to breathe into him your spirit. I thank you not just for today, but for generations connected to what is being built. I thank you for this day. I thank you for this season. And I thank you for what comes next. Oh my gosh, it's so fun to be able to do. Let's jump now into our breathing one more time. We're going to take some just breaths where we're going to raise our hands and we're going to let all the body fill our body. So let's do 10 of these. Breathe in and out. We're not holding it long. We're just getting oxygen into our body. Breathe in and breathe out. Our posture is even better, right? Breathe in and breathe out. 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 That's only 5 more breaths. Breathe in. 1. Breathe in. 2. Breathe in. 3. Breathe out. 4. Last one. Breathe in. And 5. Man, it feels good to have that oxygen go in and out and do exactly what it's supposed to do. Is grab our water. And I've added apple cider vinegar right before I get over here every morning. And so that water even tastes better as it washes down all the apple cider vinegar that I put into my system on these days. All right, so let's jump into our affirmations today. So your affirmation music, turn it down a little bit. And I'm going to add, I got it to the stage this morning. So please say these with me. I am becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. Make sure I'm clicked in over here. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I'm consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I'm grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and I am growing. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. Hope you're saying this with me. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. We talked about that endurance in our devotional. I finish what I start. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I wake up on purpose every day and live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I protect my focus and guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. So I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of respect. I honor my body and my time and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I speak life to myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones that I make to myself. And if I promise to finish what I start, then I keep my promises of finishing what I start because I made that to myself. I know I just added that in, but I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. I live in abundance because there is no lack, because God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance because there is no lack, because God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance because there is no lack, because God's provision is everywhere and in all things. And finally, I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season, not frog in my throat, and to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. I got hot tea in that one. Hopefully it'll make my voice sound better. All right, let's transition to our word for today. If you are doing words of the day to us, and then maybe you're a person, that is seeing this word for today, because I break it up and put it online, that your word for today here is going to be courage. That if you go to the routine.live and you can see what we're doing every single morning with the rest of this. But courage, meaning courage isn't loud, as I said it loud, right? Courage isn't loud. It's the quiet decision to show up when it would be easier not to. And I love that word. It's easier not to. It's just not saying you have to. Courage doesn't mean you got to go do it and you have to be courageous and you have to do it. But courage isn't loud. It's you saying, I'm going to do something. I'm going to show up. I built up that endurance and I'm going to show up when it would be easier not to. Give me an example. Courage often looks ordinary from the outside. It's not always big as this big leap. It's a small step taken despite comfort. Courage grows through action, not confidence. Courage grows through action. And sometimes we think, well, if I watch this Hollywood movie that, inside of the movie that I had to be courageous because I had to, what's that war where he goes back up on the hill and brings somebody down. He has the courage to do it. When we talk about true courage, it is showing up when it would be easier not to. And then despite the comfort that you had, courage grows through action. So I remember putting off a conversation because it felt awkward. Nothing terrible had happened, but avoidance felt so much easier. I don't want to have these hard conversations because what if the person doesn't like me after I'm done? What if the person, let me jump this out because it's probably a little bit loud. Sorry about that. What if the person that I'm talking to, or that let's say I'm a boss or I'm a supervisor, and I have to tell somebody and correct somebody for something that's not going to do, or it's a sibling, or it's a friend, or it's somebody that I've noticed that I need to have this conversation. I don't like the way I feel when they show up and say maybe the words that they show. If you've ever had that conversation before, which I've had to, or the way that they talk to other people that are around me, that I'm trying to lift up or I'm trying to help grow, and they say something that's mean or spiteful. And I have to have that hard conversation. And I want to avoid it because it's easier. It's not a big deal. I could leave it go alone and just endure it. But when I finally reached out, the relief was so immediate. Have you ever been there where you've had that hard conversation? You're like, I was able to get through it. Courage didn't remove the fear. It moved through it and made space for peace. I want to say it one more time because it's so cool when you think about it. It doesn't remove the fear. You still don't want to do it. It's still uncomfortable. But what it does is it moves through that uncomfortableness, and then it creates a space for peace where you can just go, so glad I had that conversation. And most of the time it goes better than you ever thought it would be. And then you come to the realization, if they don't like me, I'm still going to be okay. I'm still going to be all right. So today I want you to make a connection by reaching out to someone you've been avoiding. So I'm jumping into something that's uncomfortable. I'm asking you to have courage today. I want you to do a call. Maybe it's a text. The text is a little bit easier, right? It's a little bit less voice. I'm not having to hear them respond to me right away, right? Simple, I was thinking about you. That's a great way to start. I was thinking about you. And then go into whatever you got to go into. But make that conversation, make that connection today. It's one thing about a promise to yourself. You can make any promise today that you want. I hope you make several promises to yourself. But I want you to not only make the promise, but I want you to write it down. And then I want you to do it before you go to bed. So a suggestion for today is do one thing you've been postponing out of fear. Let's take that courage today. Let's create a promise, not only the muscle of doing a promise that we said today, but let's create that muscle of doing the things that we're fearful of. Wow, that was somehow hard to get out, but the things that we're fearful of, and then we're going to make that connection. We're going to keep that promises that you made for yourself today, and you're going to do it. So you're going to make it. You're going to write it down. Writing down is super important so you can go back and see all the promises that you made to yourself as you know that you're growing your muscle, and you can look back and see that you're doing it. And then go ahead and make sure you do it before you go to bed. Make sure you do it before you go to bed. All right, so that is our word for today. We're going to jump right into the song that we play every single day. And so if you don't have time to listen to the song, I want you to know that you are God's greatest gift. Let him love on you today. You are born for greatness, my friend. You are the answer to somebody else's prayer. Somebody is praying that you show up, and God may use you if you are attentive. If you are attentive and you're right there, or he may use somebody else because you're kind of hiding from that. Have the courage to be that answer to somebody else's prayer today. What an amazing day that it's going to be. I hope that the sun shines on you in ways that you don't even know, believe, and it just makes it just this wonderful place for you to be. All right, so I want you to enjoy our song today, and then you guys have an amazing, awesome, awestruck day. So turn this one off, and here we go.
Yeah. Dr.B in the building. We becoming the person now. Let's go. Woke up with a purpose, sunlight on my face. The God who made the universe still knows me by my name. Every step is kingdom, every breath is grace. I do not rush the process, I just run in my own lane. 2 ears, 1 mouth, so I listen first. Hurting people hurt people, so I speak the healing words. I am a coach, a friend, a brother, a guide, helping people break the limits that were living inside. You have to be the one before you do the thing. Identity before assignment, that is how freedom sings. Every story is sacred, every life unique, and they do not care what you know until they know you are listening. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the podcast to the people, I pray for freedom stays. From mile-high flights to Chicago nights, from track lines chalk to the chaplain's light, 250 men with stories that ignite, now living boldly with purpose taking off in sight. Relationship first, that is the way I lead. Connection is the soil where the soul gets freed. I am a husband, father, and granddad too. 30 people at Thanksgiving, that's what love can do. I say you are God's greatest gift because it is true. Every room gets brighter when you walk through. I am living this mission until the final breath, helping others rise so their best becomes their next step. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the pastures to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From Denver to the nations, let the good news spread. Faith over fear, that is the voice in my head. If you knew the stories and the places I have been, you would know every setback was a setup to win. I show up with bass and I show up with fire. I show up with truth for the ones who inspire. Legacy in motion, generations rise. God's fingerprints are all over my life. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Walking in the promise He keeps over me. Every step is purpose, every breath is praise. And the world gets brighter when we live this way. We are becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where our freedom stays. Let's go! Dr.B. Becoming the person. Every day.
Every day. All right. So you guys have an amazing, awesome, just incredible day today. I'm going to be praying for you today. Do the things that you know that you need to do. Keep that promise to yourself. Hopefully you go out there and have courage. We'll talk with you tomorrow, same time.